Alright, hello, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. We did clear the Super Class mission and full Dragon Ball Seeker mission for this new Gendarmerie event. It had a little bit of you actually have to raid and not just hit the first enemy, but overall, I feel like it's pretty easy. But I mean, we're gonna complete the rest of the missions here. So that being said, obviously we already had our team formatted there, and this is, I feel, a good excuse to use some more Kid Buu anyway. So that should be pretty fun. Why is it not here? No, come on. I don't know why for the Majin Buu team it always does that. It autofills to the 180 liter, which is good, but aren't most of these characters, if not all of them, on the 200%? Why? I don't get why it does that. It's like for Majin Buu Saga specifically, or Majin Power. Anyway, without further ado though, we'll just jump right in and take this down.
All right, let's do this.
Now, Kid Buu has been, he's a funny little guy. That's the best way to describe him. So, I mean, we're going to be doing some pretty crazy damage throughout this whole time, I would have to presume. I guess we'll see, though. Now, I do want to get Tech Buu next to Kid Buu. And then we'll get Physical Kid Buu next to Buu Tanks. Super Buu would actually be pretty good in this fight, that's why I brought him. I mean, we need to bring AGL anyway. But he's, with the attack all, I feel like he'll be pretty nice. And he does sort of store, the hit for the extra damage. So even if we, keep floating him, he's going to maintain just, unless they don't attack in slot 3. I mean, his 18 key is going to be hitting, decently hard against the enemy every enemy. So, I mean, that'll be a nice use for him. He definitely, did not have a good release. I still can't, Omatsu coming out, right before the 8th anniversary and saying, oh yeah, we have everything planned up to the 10th anniversary now, albeit, I feel like they didn't have, say, Glorio and Goku planned. Obviously. But, going into 2023, the whole year, genuinely the whole year, it's oh yeah, we've had this planned. And it's the worst modern year of Dokkan. It was such a meme. I will never understand what the thought process was for 99% of the decisions that occurred in 2023. I feel like the one good thing to come out of 2023 Dokkan was that the sync was announced, right? I mean, there were good characters within the year, right? But it was just such a mess. Super Buu, I mean, he's... Super Buu deserved an LR, right? I'm not saying he didn't. But, for a part 2 to KO... I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I would have rather waited until, this year. Hell, instead of getting, AGL Ultimate Gohan there, getting Super Buu there, I mean, that'd be pretty dope, I think. I don't know, they just... Some interesting decisions, to say the least. Now, of course, Kid Buu, this is without big bad bosses. I mean, this is just gonna be his playground. I mean, we're gonna get to the point where we're dropping 30, 40 mils with, 50% chance to crit. He is going to be doing a lot of damage. Which, obviously, is going to be very nice. Okay, we're going to need one more turn for this phase, and then I do need to start targeting, oh wait, Kid Buu? Okay, there. That's huge. And then we need to really start targeting these other enemies. Because of the damage reduction. Now, I do forget, these guys buff, but what is it exactly? Okay, I think I need to kill the physical one first then. And the strength one is the one I can't dodge. That's problematic. I do have Evil Boo here. Evil Boo is pretty nice. Evil Boo is gonna take a shit ton of damage probably. That's the best slot for him, that was the issue. Okay, well, fuck it, we ball, I guess. And we'll go there. I mean, I could... I was gonna say, I could try and take advantage of Fat Boo revive shenanigans, but even though mine's 55%, like, he's just not gonna... this event is more... Which I guess, really, this mission is gonna be pretty easy. Because this event's more of like a whittled down sort of thing. It's not really all that difficult. Like, it's not doing supers. And you know, 78k from a normal is a lot, but we'll be fine because the rest of these characters are gonna be tanky enough anyway. And I mean, once again, the Boo team. I mean, we're just gonna heal all this HP back at the end of the turn and start the next turn anyway. I really like what they've had, like, consistently throughout Dokkan. That sort of gimmick for, like, Boo units. I don't know if it's been on, like, every Boo unit, but, I mean, like, when I first really started getting into the game, I mean, Int Kid Boo was tied with AGL Super Vegito as my first rainbow. I, like, rainbowed them, like, nearly at the same time. And... his SA, that was one of my favorite ones back in the day. The heal playstyle is definitely very nice. I do feel like they may have gone a bit too soft on some of the defense for some of the Boo characters this year because of that. Like, you know, the transforming exchange Boo, whatever. He definitely should have been a bit more tanky, but I guess their thought process was, if we make them too tanky, they won't die at all, because they just heal 50% HP every turn, you know? Okay, well, I mean, we throw Kid Boo here at 965,000. I actually don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how many supers we got. I totally forget. It's not a big deal, though. Because, I mean, we're gonna kill this physical guy. I guess I probably should have targeted the AGL soldier here with Buhan, but it is what it is. Not the biggest deal. I mean, we're gonna be moving pretty quickly through here once we get Kid Boo here fully built up. Yeah, he might even do some damage to this strength soldier. I mean, the soldier doesn't take a lot of damage when he has the allies up. But, I mean, yeah, Kid Boo. Only 2 supers, though. That is like... Originally I thought I'd like Goku more, but I do like Kid Boo more, but I will say... He's, like, more Kid Boo's more defensive, but... And I don't think Goku's really, at least so far in my experience, he hasn't really been consistent for me. I haven't had more than a 3 super turn or a 2 crit super turn. Like, I've just had very unlucky RNG with him. But I feel like I have, like, he's more consistent even still for me, as weird as that sounds. I don't know. Oh, that's not... I don't like that. Should I stack some more? Nah. I'll just transform.
Excellent! I'm stronger than I ever was before! Don't worry. The pain is but momentary. Jet will fall.
Okay. Now, obviously, Buhan is going to be destroying things. I still... Using Buhan, though, it's like... Makes me think of Strength Vegito. I don't think I've said throughout the year, and I still, even with the Goku and Frieza fight, I am of the opinion that Vegito is a little overhated. Like I feel like he's definitely not as strong as he should have been. But he's not as much of a clown defensively as he's made out to be. I don't think at all. Once again, he definitely should have been better, but it's still, I don't know. I feel like part of it might just be like frustration at fusion units, especially like, I mean, at Pen Ultimate, like, we finally get two really hype fusion units, but one you can't even get into, and the other one had a limit, and I'm referring to 2023 worldwide, AGL Blues and the Vegito, and Zamasu, his team was very limited, and one of the better characters you could have used for it was an actual fusion Zamasu, but they called Tech Zamasu, they just called him Fusion Zamasu. They wouldn't back down. I mean, we emailed the shit out of them. If you weren't in the community, I mean, I guess I didn't really. Well, I might have sent one. I'm not too sure, but they ended up sending like, I mean, they were spammed over the course of like 2 weeks. Like, change his name. This is horrible. And you know, the first one, they're like, yeah, we understand the issue, and you know, by the time they got to like the third email, it sounded like they were really actually starting to consider the third type of email, I guess I should say, that they were really starting to consider changing him. And then they just suddenly sort of changed their tune. Like, yeah, we know people are frustrated, but we're not doing anything about it. So, I don't know what was going on there, but they did take it to heart. And they even mentioned for this year that they weren't going to, you know, like, pajamas Beerus, right? So, at least there's that. Let's see who's Kidbu's active. Okay, and then I'll use Buhan's domain next turn. Yeah, I'll do that next turn. Because, I mean, we're going to be going pretty quickly through here once we use on the final phase. I mean, yeah, 32 mil. Like, it's so crazy. I mean, if you see this and you're still in denial about 10th anniversary power creep, I really don't know what to tell you. I mean, realistically speaking, I don't think they need to change the damage up too much. It needs to go up, considering how good these TORs are. But it doesn't need to be too much higher. Like, we don't need like a 10 million super, right? Goku Frieza doing 5.2, I mean, it is only under 50%. I mean, they could just make the hardest spot just boss hit for like 6 mil or something, like the whole way through. But what they really need to do is massively increase the HP of the final phase, you know, like of bosses, you know, like 5x it or something. I feel like that's really the route they should go instead of just spamming nonsense bullshit abilities. That would definitely be how I would make the fights more fun, interesting, whatever, difficult. There's definitely gonna be power creep though. I don't think it's gonna be 7th anniversary level. I think it's gonna be somewhere in between 9th and 7th. What that exactly looks like, I'm not sure, but you know, if you weren't around, I mean, 7th anniversary power creep. By the time Port 3 of the anniversary came out, the only like viable units were the units that easied during the anniversary, like 5 characters that came out before the anniversary, and the summonable units that came out in the anniversary, besides like strength-based Broly, I think. So I mean, it literally like 99.9% of the game just got instantly power crept. They're not gonna do that shit again. I really doubt it. I could see them though doing like, you know, 70% of the game power creep. Like, if you're not from the year 2024, probably even if you're not from the latter half of the year 2024, like, you're done. I could see them doing that, but it's not going to be as drastic as. I guess I could be. We'll see, right? But I mean, this technically still like. I mean, even though the anniversary, we're talking, we'll know some details in like 6, 7, 8 days, something like that. But I mean, even though the characters drop in like 16 days, I mean, we still gotta wait for Part 3 content. So I'm another, 4 or 5 weeks, something like that, until we actually know how powerful the power creep's gonna be. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be that horrible. Here, let's use Buhan, and we might even be able to kill this turn. It does feel very weird that the sort of highlight of this card is Super Boo rather than Buhan. It's also very odd to just drop, like, I never expected them to just drop another Buhan to UR. So I do wonder if, I mean, I was thinking they were cooking up a Buhan LR for some point. But, I mean, there's still a lot of animations I think. That's why it's like kind of weird. It's like, the featured part of this card is really more so Super Boo. So they can definitely make another Buhan if they want to, and there's definitely hell enough material. But it's more of a question if they will. I would find it funny if... What? Huh? I'm sorry? Well, yeah. Yep. Okay, it's a normal. We probably still win this. Well, we're going to win. The better thing to say, I guess, is I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how many orbs I grabbed. I wasn't even thinking. I just autopilot grabbed them. You need 6 orbs for total. It's 3 for one guaranteed super and 6 for another guaranteed super. I actually don't know if I got all those. This could very well be the hidden potential. I really don't know. Okay, no, that's the hidden potential. Well, I don't think we're gonna kill this turn. It depends if he gets like a triple super. So, I mean, he guaranteed crits, and that'll. Oh yeah, definitely not. Damn, if Kid Buu had done a super instead of a normal, unfortunate. Now, what I was saying before is, wouldn't it just be funny, like, if next year we get like one final after Super Vegito? Because I do think Super Vegito is. I don't want to say like guaranteed for 10th anniversary, because I'll be pretty disappointed if I'm really, really, like he's gonna be there and then he's not. But I think he's gonna be there. Point being, I do think we could see, like Tanabata still be like Busaga, and then be done with Busaga for a couple years or something. But point being there, imagine like next year, like they give us like a Super Saiyan 3 Goku from the Kid Buu fight for the Dokkan Fest LR. It's like, oh my god, we're finally getting Kid Buu as the Carnival, and then Part 2, the Carnival's Buhan instead. That'd be what they'd do. Part of me kind of hopes that Kid Buu never gets an LR, or if he does, it's like Raditz level funny of bad. Like those are peak timelines. I really hope we get like GTA 6 and like a Raditz EZA and shit before Kid Buu LR. I mean, it's gotta come eventually, but I don't know. It's one of the best memes that's lasted throughout the years. I mean, there we go though. Pretty easy mission. Obviously, I mean, we got them all complete here. I do believe we actually get, yeah. I mean, that's that these are really good. But we do get some equips here for the Diama, SSR characters, the Mini Goku, Vegeta, the base ones. They're gonna awaken those. eventually. I mean, what they're gonna awaken into, who knows? But we just finished episode 13 of Diama. I do wonder. It's definitely starting to. I mean, this was more of a chill episode. I don't know what the. I wouldn't call it a filler, but it's an adventure series, sort of Diamond instead of action. But I mean, we're starting to get into like the final stuff. I mean, there can't be more than, I think it's something like 7 to 11 episodes left. So I mean, we'll see what happens. But they're gonna awaken into something eventually. But yeah, there we go. That's the Daima event cleared. I do got quite a bit of events to clear here, so I'm just gonna sort of be working my way through them as we build up to the 10th anniversary. And we'll see how much stones I'm at by the time it starts. I think I probably have like another 100-ish left I can get from events that I have currently. But I do think that by the time the banners actually are live, I'll easily be over 1,000. Definitely could have wanted some more. But 1,000 is a pretty good stockpile, I do think. Hopefully, I actually get a character. One of the new characters, if not several. We'll see though. Sometimes, it gacha luck, it do come in waves. And I don't... I mean, I did get Jiren off the 150, but besides that, I wouldn't say I've been particularly lucky since the very start of 9th anniversary. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.